So what's up, Lane? How was your week?
It's been busy.
Yeah? Just busy with work or what?
Work and all of my other various hobbies.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Did you get up to
I've
anything
got,
fun? With like game or anything recently?
yeah, I'm running 3 games now. So that's good. And then, yeah, I'm working on my Ren Fair costumes, as I mentioned in the group chat a while ago.
Hell yeah. I did see those, but I didn't do like a deep dive. And by that I mean I saw the messages and I
You didn't
I
read
didn't read
them?
them, yeah. So what are your run for
Cool.
ideas? What costumes are you working on?
So one of them is just kind of like a basic peasant Ren Fair thing. So like you got the peasant dress, corset, whatever. I wore it last year. I'm
Mhm.
going to probably just tweak the skirt that I'm wearing with the dress, so it's like a different color. But
Yeah,
so
freshen
that's
it
one
up,
of
you know.
them.
Mhm.
That'll be yeah. We have a Hobbit themed birthday party we are going to the
Oh
same weekend as one of the
shit.
Ren Fair days.
Hell yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll be wearing that. One of them is like a water, like a moon water kind of like witch thing.
Okay.
Um, so it's like I have a blue peasant dress, and then I've got a tulle or
Keep that
kind of like
motherfucking
a
tool on
crepey
me.
no nope, that's not
Not
it.
even a water gun?
Tulle skirt.
Oh, okay.
No.
A
Yeah, a
tool
tulle
skirt?
skirt.
Oh, like,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the other chiffon you might have heard of.
oh, okay.
Similar fabric.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
different, but so that kind of like light, kind of like crepey material that's like a ballet, like a ballerina tutu
Yeah.
is kind of made out
But
of
not
that,
as
but
but
like
not
not
as
as
stiff,
stiff.
yeah. Hmm.
So I have that, and then a corset, and then I'm going to put beads on the skirt. So I'm
Ooh.
basically creating like a yeah, like a belted kind of like beaded yeah, like drapery that goes over the skirt that'll have like seashells and like water dropletty looking beads.
Mhm.
So there's that.
I got a friend,
Um
and she sells seashells down by the seashore. She doesn't make much because, they're kind of free range out there, but if you're ever looking for some, I can hook you up.
is her name Shelley?
Sheldon, actually, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sheldon. Sheldon. Sorry, I shouldn't have assumed gender. Um so that'll be fun. And then the last one, I'm doing like a Princess Peach type Ren Fair. Peach if she was at the Ren Fair type outfit. So
Cool.
corset and pink dress and
Yeah, yeah. Are you
all that
getting a little
jazz.
umbrella? Pink
Yeah.
umbrella?
No, I wasn't going to. I
Hmm.
could. I have like I wanted to do this. See, my problem is that I have these ideas and then I keep adding to them. And
Yeah.
so
Lane's
I
reach
originally was just
exceeds
like,
their grasp,
I'll
right? The
it's
classic. Yeah.
true. Well, not necessarily,
Hmm.
but um I wore a like Peach inspired outfit. Like it's Peach from Mario Odyssey at the end when she's wearing her vacation outfit. I wore that to Japan
Mhm.
because I wasn't gonna wear like I don't even really like Peach that much.
Yeah, yeah. I just couldn't
Like she's
picture
not
it.
really my
Yeah,
character.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't understand, but
So
yeah.
it's all good. Yeah. It's like a white kind of like almost like a pirate shirt. It's kind of got ruffles
Oh,
at the
okay.
top and then
Yeah, yeah,
buttons.
yeah.
Um and then the she's got like a scarf on and then a long pink skirt. And then she's got the like suitcases and stuff.
Mhm.
So I wore that in Japan, but I wanted to make it a little more Ren Fairy, so I ended up of course then now I've like added to it and added to it. So I'm adding like a brooch. I'm gonna embroider onto the corset so that there's like flowers around the little blue like gem in the middle of her shirt. I got a crown, actually. I just got this crown in the mail
Hell
today
yeah.
that I had custom made.
Yeah, yeah.
Um and then I'll make earrings and I have part of the reason I picked this was because I have so much Mario stuff. I was like, I should like use this.
Yeah.
So I have like little like question mark boxes filled with those coins from those Wonder Balls that you can get
Mhm.
in like Five Below, and they come with like these collector's coins. But I, in my pursuit of collecting all of them, I've bought like an inordinate amount that I shouldn't. That I was like, I'll give these away because they have like little Mario characters on them.
Yeah.
So, um, And then I've got a little jar that has like the little like all the little doohickeys I have on my desk, you know. So I've got like a bunch of these little plastic like the Mario star and the fire flowers and stuff. So I'll put those in like kind of like potion, you know how like you'll see like
you
people
got
have like
power-up
vials of like potions
Yeah.
and things. Yeah. So but these are Mario themed. So, you know, the whole thing is it's the details.
Yeah.
That
Oh
matter.
yeah.
So
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's awesome though.
So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm on the fence about a wig. I've got brown hair for the watchers. For those maybe 1% of watchers who don't know what I look like. But I don't want to fucking wear a wig in like August and September or even October.
No,
like
100%.
It's hot.
That, yeah.
I also don't look good as a blonde. So like I've really am reluctant to. I've been blonde before, did not look good.
Yeah, don't want to go back.
I'm hesitant.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
My two like biggest Ren Fair friends, like they have the season passes, they go every weekend. They I mean they dress up almost every week. And I think they've been a part of the productions. I don't know if you know like because they have like the seating area.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
When we were there for their wedding, they like walked past and they were like just getting done with the show, and like as they walked down, they're like, "Oh my god, beep and beep!" Like they're like, "Oh my god, what are you guys doing here?" Like, "Oh, you look so good. Like, why are you dressed like this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're getting married." And like it was.
That's cute.
Yeah,
that's
really
cute.
funny.
Well, are you talking about Zach and Tori?
No. This is Gino and Amanda. This was the other wedding around the same time, where I was in the wedding party. They actually they got us like tabards, like all matching tabards.
That's cool.
And,
I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, and let me see if I have it.
It was just weird that you bleeped them. I was like, you've mentioned Zach and Tori like every third episode. You've named them. Shout out Zach and Tori.
Shout out Zach and Tori.
Don't listen to this show based on the demographics breakdown of.
They do on occasion
podcast,
because they've sent me like clips.
Really?
Yeah, they sent me clips of me and specifically
That's
me
crazy.
mentioning them, and like it's always very funny. They gave us these like little wristlets.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're super cute, and they got these like from the Ren Fair.
Nice.
And so everyone in the wedding party got a band. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a great time at the Ren Fair last week or last year.
Yeah.
I had just such an incredible
chill.
time.
So fucking chill.
In Minecraft.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
Did you get a turkey leg?
I didn't. Chris did.
Turkey legs are so good. Yeah. Hell yeah. Did you eat anything there?
I don't love them. Yeah, I ate. We were there like all day.
Yeah. Well, I don't
remember
they've
what
got like
we ate.
some like pretty decent food, you know.
They do. Yeah. I just turkey legs themselves are not my jam.
That's fair.
But I'm booked at least for 3 shows or 3 events.
Yeah.
3 days, I should say. So I'm sure I'll just for the variety of it all, I'm sure I will eat a turkey leg at some point.
Yeah, at least one. No.
But yeah. I can't remember what we ate last time. It was good though. We had good food.
We ate like some of this like walking fair stuff, which was like great. Don't get me wrong, love all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they have like a sit down area where they have like, barbecue and mac and cheese and stuff. And it's don't get me wrong, it's like it's good, you know, it's definitely not bad. But it's mind-blowingly expensive. Like
very pricey.
Yeah, I gotta look at it. Like the normal prices, like just walking in, insane for like their meals.
Yeah. We did kebabs, maybe. I feel like we did something on a stick when we first got there. We ate like maybe we did barbecue something. I feel like they definitely had something vegetarian there that I ate.
Yeah.
So like barbecue, like vegetable skewers or something. I feel like they did. But yeah, the prices are fucking nuts. And you know, we went in and did the $100 like coins because this Ren Fair, you have to like a lot of the things you have to spend the like fare of the land and not like New World money.
Yeah.
So you can buy like coins and it's worth the same amount. It's just like for ease of, you know, exchange and whatever LARPingness.
Yeah.
But we ran out of that shit so fast because everything was so expensive. You know, you can only buy beer, and it's like every beer is $10.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Granted, you are getting like a flagon, you know,
but at the same time,
still.
it's so pricey.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is
Yeah,
kind of the
it
like.
sucks.
I don't know. I mean, you're paying the premium to, LARP, do the full LARP experience.
To be there.
Yeah, and to be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how fun it is. I'll keep you posted over the next three months as I go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It starts in August, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. I got a new couch, which I did show
I
you.
saw that.
Yeah. It's so. Do you remember the blue couch? Not like the futon, but like the older one. It's about 1.5 times the size of that. So it can't like replace it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks so small. That's crazy. In the picture, it looked like a 2-seater couch.
That was half of it.
But
it's in two
okay.
pieces because like I couldn't like connect them.
Oh.
Well, because like I mean I could connect them, but if I do connect them, it's going to.
Do you want to explain what you're talking about for the watchers at home?
Yeah,
you picked up a couch from across the street.
I picked up a couch from across the street. That's pretty much it.
And it's ridiculously sized. It looks like a
so
bachelor
huge.
pad couch. It's like this huge leather couch, like this
Yeah.
huge like plush leather, like fucking den. It's like a hunting lodge couch.
It is kind of like
the best
that.
way I can put it.
And it also came with like the footrest for it, same material, and it opens up. It's like a
Oh yeah, like a recliner.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not technically. It doesn't actually recline, but the footrest, it's not a parallelogram. It's a, what is it? Where the one side's smaller than the other?
A trapezoid.
Yeah. But I'm super excited because I can like put books and stuff in there.
You
and,
can
like,
put pussy
have the
in
little
there?
end table, but
Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
Oreo did jump in there, so yeah, I have put pussy in there. I can put books and stuff in there, and I can like clean off the end table and like put all that crap in there, and have room to spare. I don't know.
Nice.
I'm excited about it. It's fun.
It's so fun to be able to hide your. That's really the thing, is like having ways of hiding the mess.
Yes.
That's how you make your house look nice.
Yeah. Well, I got like the glass drawers thing, and so I can like put some mess away in there, and it's like it.
Hell yeah.
If I like sort it, it looks like it has like a purpose being there. Oh man, I'm on my interior
Nice.
designer arc right now. IDA.
Nice. I like that nothing that you want to talk about is about movies.
Oh,
This is a movie podcast.
have you seen any movies this week, Lane?
Yeah. I started watching Heat yesterday.
Nice.
But I got sidetracked, so I didn't finish it.
No.
But before that, I watched The Town, which is basically what I would call a knockoff of Heat, derogatory. Directed by Ben Affleck, set in Boston. So, it was like, what if there were bank robbers in Boston? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Is that what inspired the FBI guy? Like, I need this free.
Yes,
I need this
it was.
Yeah.
Well, because John Hamm in that movie, he plays like the FBI agent looking for the bank robbers, and he's like, I want this guy's phone number, or his phone calls, his emails, his texts. I want everything. I want his Skype. Give me it all.
Yeah.
And I was like, Skype? This movie's from 2010.
Yeah.
And so Chris and I immediately start riffing, and we're like, I want his Zoom, I want his Discord service, I want his Insta and his Finsta. Like,
Yeah.
I want all of his Letterboxd logs, his Xbox Game Pass, But it wasn't a good movie, so
Wow.
it was fine. It was good background noise.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all movies have to be, right?
True. I also watched the Kiyoshi Kurosawa movie that came out last year, Chime. It's a short film. So that was interesting. Very similar to Cure, which we did not watch. Different than Pulse. Definitely like a different feeling, a different vibe than Pulse, but more akin to Cure. But yeah, that was a fun little short horror film.
Yeah, hell yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. At some point, we should talk about all the movies coming out this year. Like, upcoming releases.
Yeah.
So that you'll be able to recognize them when people start talking about them on Twitter.
Right. you want to do that now or the end of the app? Or
No,
or
that's
just...
a long thing.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm saying
In general.
just sometime in the future we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Again, as a movie podcast, we should maybe do that.
Yeah, have some opinion.
Maybe.
Well, are you ready to talk about this week's movie? And by movie, I mean anime miniseries, part 1 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood?
You have no finesse.
Okay.
We've been doing this podcast for 18 months, and you just have no... It's like, there's a very clear structure for how we introduce these things. And...
Okay, you're right. All right.
Anyway. Yes,
okay, I'll let you introduce it then.
No. I'm putting this on you, but I'm not gonna not criticize you about it.
Okay. I don't know how I can easily transition anything we were talking about into talking about the movie this week.
Just introduce the podcast. So we introduce the podcast, and then we talk about the movie that we're watching the week. It's usually the way we do this.
Well,
go ahead.
Watchers, 16 minutes in. If you weren't aware yet, this is We Want to Watch. My name's Ricky.
My name is Lane.
This week, we watched the part 1 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, a animated series.
An animated series. Yes, part 1. Is it part 1 or is it season 1? Is there an official?
I don't think there's any official like delineation between seasons because I think that it just aired continuously, right? Generally, like the seasons sort of come down to like release, but I think they just sort of released it all in a row or like consecutively. I mean, I'm not positive about that, but I've never seen it like broken up before. So when you said, "Hey, I'm going to watch to the end of season 1," I was like, I don't know what that is, but okay.
On Netflix, it's broken up into like 13 episodes each. So,
Okay.
But I see what you mean. Like on Wikipedia, it is just like a continue. There's no break between like seasons, like you're saying. So
it's kind of funny because Netflix puts almost a completely random title song. I couldn't figure out like what title song they used for each one, but it's different from like what it aired during production. And the first 14 episodes did follow the same title song, and then episode 15 was a new title song. So like,
did you watch ahead?
No,
you watched more than 13?
No. I'm just telling you that's like how it normally is set up.
Okay. I was like, Jesus Christ, Ricky.
No,
it's been 2 days.
And then like 15 to 26 is the second one. Then 27 to 38 is the third one. And then 39 to 40 or 39 to 50, and then 51 to the end. So they split it out into like 5, right? And they're all bangers too. But I was really surprised watching it on Netflix because they use like the third intro just like randomly for like most of these episodes, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fine.
It was a fun song.
Yeah. I love all the songs; they're so good, and the ending themes are really great too. If you haven't like watched one of the ending blurbs just to see the little animation, it's very cutesy.
I watched the first one all the way through. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that
it is a cutesier show than I was expecting.
Yeah. They do really well at like breaking the tension at many points. You're never going to, at least for right now, I don't think there's anything in like this first block that we watched where you're like really holding your breath and like feeling that sort of like tension for any prolonged period of time.
Well, I have to say, so like I knew very, very little about this going in. I knew the general idea of like, because I think I had this just like recommended to me, maybe by you, I don't know, as like a body horror type thing in ways because of the initial inciting incident of like, all right, his brother's body's been obliterated and fused to this armor, and obviously there's all of this like magical shit being done.
Yeah.
That obviously has impacts on people's bodies. And so I knew that. Mm-hmm. And then the only other thing I knew is the meme of the little girl and the dog turning into one being.
Yeah.
And so I had seen that clip, and it gets referenced everywhere, right? It's one of those classic, like, this is one of the most fucked up things in the world,
so I wanted,
type of like.
Yeah. I wanted to bring that up and talk about that specifically, but yeah, go on.
Well, it's so I knew going in to
Mhm.
expect that would come up, if not in this series, like generally that like plot line would come up, and I couldn't believe it happened in like episode 3 or 4. I was like,
Yes.
what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like
Yeah.
this is because I was expecting like a whole arc leading up to us getting to know this family and like the
Right.
little girl and
Right,
all
right.
of it. But so then it was kind of like the minute that they came on screen, I was like, well, that's definitely like the little girl and the
Yeah,
dog
you
from
get the red
name.
flags like right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like one
So I
episode
thought
that
like
you
a
spend with
little
them too. Like,
right.
yeah.
And they've referenced it later, but I just at the time I remember feeling like, well shit, like there's not any build up to this. Like it's kind of like lackluster compared to the meme, I guess.
Yes.
Not to like compare it to I mean, but you know.
No, 100%. I've always kind of disliked that meme just because I mean, it's made a lot of people, I don't know. I sort of see that a little bit as like sympathy bait or like empathy bait to like a certain degree, right?
Oh, totally.
Because
yeah.
it is like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a character that
Yeah.
you meet who like, I mean, something horrible happens, but it's like within an episode, right? And they try very hard to
Yeah.
like make you try to like her, right? I mean, yeah, she's cute. She's a little kid, you know.
She's a
It's-
cute little kid, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And her dog is cute. Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
yeah. And it's
right.
it's funny to like watch her interact with our protagonist, right? Who like also
Yeah.
is a kid himself, but like has, you know, had to break away from that.
Yeah.
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 But the way that the community
go
sort
ahead.
of the way the community sort of like, oh, like this is so fucked up, like oh, have you seen the dog scene? Like you'll never get over it. It's like I just don't think it's that impactful, and that was a part of why I was thinking of asking you to watch like the first 14 episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist, because the first 6 episodes, like up to when they go to Leor, I think it's Leor,
Leor, yeah.
the town that has the church guy, right?
Yeah.
That is like the first 14 episodes. So like you really learn a lot more about like you meet, I believe you meet Nina before they leave, right? And then like they go, they talk to Rose, and like Rose has a lot more personality there. I feel like in Brotherhood she's kind of like at least in the beginning she's like mentioned once, and then sort of like brushed past, and they don't really show her again.
I don't think you see her again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the plot description of the next 8 episodes or whatever, and yeah, I don't think she was referenced again. At least not so far.
You will. I mean, she is a recurring character. I'll say that.
She'll come back. Yeah.
But
okay.
That sort of makes more sense if you know her a little bit better with like Fullmetal Alchemist.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like the beginning of Brotherhood really is sort of like, oh hey, everybody already knows this. Let's just like push forward.
Right. We're off to the races.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and it's Christopher said the same thing, that he had problems with the pacing of it, and like obviously not knowing anything going in, you know, I don't know what I'm missing. But yeah, I was like a little bit like, it kind of put me on my back foot in a way of like, well, maybe this is like the whole show is going to have this level of like kind of like horror or like horrific, I don't know, like plot points, but then it kind of did not revisit that type of like, I don't know. I was definitely intrigued by like, oh, what are the implications of this? What, you know, like, what does this do to a person's body? What, you know, I found the second episode where they talk about the actual, like the inciting incident of, the ritual that they were doing to try to transmute their mom back. I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Like, what is this other realm doing? And like, they've, you know, so, but it does seem like we're getting further and further away from that. Although I'm not sure now with the homunculi, which is what we ended on, was like the introduction to them. Maybe that will pop back up. But so I'm kind of, I kind of didn't really know what to make of it, I guess. But Christopher had the same or complaints about the original versus this.
Yeah. And I mean, that's something that I've always sort of held. It's at least for me personally, it's very difficult to like recommend Brotherhood without at least saying, hey, I do think like the pacing is like made for people who have seen the original. After they get past like Resemble, where the pickpocket was, they meet the pregnant woman, and Ed sort of like has this realization where he's like, oh, like isn't this crazy? Like, you know, like people can make other people, but like alchemy can't, you know? It's like
can't do it.
Yeah, duh, dude,
right.
but it's nice to sort of like we see that like bit of humanity, right? And it sort of contrasts like what we've seen in the rest of the series so far, where for the most part, like alchemists are weapons, right? That's what they're used for, state alchemists at least.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, kind of tragic. We don't hear too much about it, right? But we do get introduced to Scar, who's Ishvalan. We hear that there was a massacre of the Ishvalans. We haven't really been introduced to too much outside of that in terms of like, I guess, alchemy's impact on the sort of world at large. Because like people who have magic, right? Because it is magic, right? Like it's interesting how like the state has a monopoly on magic, right? And they very clearly establish that very early, right? Where even if you're a kid who's like dabbling in it, they're going to come out and poach you.
They're going to find you.
Yeah.
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 It reminded me of Mobile Suit Gundam a little bit.
Yes, the
like
whole child soldiers.
Like recruiting a kid.
Yeah.
Which like isn't a totally, I mean, whatever, Ender's Game did that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, Akira even.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I didn't know that I guess I didn't realize how young the protagonists were supposed to be either until I started watching.
Yeah.
Because like when they first start talking, I'm like, damn, these are kids. Like these are little kids.
They're very
like, especially
distinctly
Alphonse.
children. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Alphonse is still like
Eight
Alphonse
years
is
old,
interesting.
like maybe?
Yeah, because you get as you get further into the series as well. And I think the body horror of it becomes more psychological, and we already sort of touched on that a bit with the hospital episode, where it becomes more a question of like bodily autonomy, like what does the soul represent in this world, right? Like is a person's soul like tangible? Is it a physical object? How does that translate to like a person's body, like being connected to it, and like inhabiting a body that's not your own, right?
When they're in the prison fighting the cursed like the other soul bonded prisoners who are like serial killers, and they're like, well, how do you know your memory isn't totally made up and all of that? Like that was cool, a cool idea that was explored, but then the pacing again, I feel like it was just like kind of resolved a little bit too abruptly. Like I would have liked to see that simmer a little longer than just like the 2 episodes or so it took to resolve. But maybe it'll come up. I mean, we're early.
I wouldn't say these are I don't know. A lot of these plot lines I wouldn't say are resolved as much as they're sort of planting seeds for further plot lines, right?
Sure.
They're kind of just introducing ideas, right? And a lot of these things do become more plot relevant later. And it's nice to be able to like point at the earlier episodes and be like, oh yeah, like totally remember when this happened. It's completely consistent. But yeah, they expand on a lot of this stuff later. And the body horror stuff, I think, maybe kicks on a little bit more in the back half. But like for right now, and I think that the original series also focuses like pretty well on like body horror and more like just like bodily autonomy, you know, and like what it means to like, I don't know, like have a physical body, like I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm curious, because right now the tone seems a little bit too breezy, so I will be curious to see how that develops. Because everything is moving so quickly. I do like that we're getting a good sense of like how the world works and what the big ethical questions are in this world. But I am a little bit like, I would like to see the consequences of this a little more like fleshed out, you know, so.
The tone stays even pretty light when dealing with a lot of heavier subjects, even as the series goes on.
Sure.
A lot of that's because of the battle.
It seems like a show made for... Yeah,
it's a shonen. It's made for
about the action.
Ages, like 13 to 15 or something like that, right? It's a shonen battle manga, which was made into but it deals with a lot of like very, very interesting ideas that aren't even like, they're not even subtext, right? They're just straight up text, you know? Which I don't know. It sort of skips past a lot of people. In particular, the Ishvalan War of Extermination, which they'll they'll get more and more into. But
Yeah.
they only really mentioned it so far, right? And I think we maybe get a look at one of the like
They
Ishvalan
well
sort of
they
slum
talk
areas,
about
yeah.
they show in flashback a couple times like what happened during that one massacre, or like how they basically like ended the war.
Hmm.
They talk about, how they sent in state alchemists to, like, basically did they use philosopher's stones? Is that what the point of it was? It was like they used very advanced alchemy to basically like obliterate and
Yeah.
like basically like burn to the ground the Ishvalan area. So
Yeah. So we get introduced to one of the guys who was a part of that. Really, two of them in the first episode.
right,
The ice alchemist,
right.
and Kimberly, who's
The
locked
guy
up.
in the yeah.
Yeah. Who seemed to sort of
Was
revel in
there
it. Hmm.
Why do I feel like there was something else that we've seen where someone was locked up in prison and was enjoying it? I feel like we just watched something like within the last 10 or 20 episodes, maybe. Maybe I'm making that up.
But they enjoyed it?
I feel like yes. Like there was like a villainous character that was locked up and like biding their time, maybe? I don't know.
I mean,
did that happen in Gundam? Actually? No. I don't know. Anyway,
no,
it doesn't matter.
That is a very sort of like classic I don't want to say anime trope, but it is a trope in anime where like the villain bides their time.
The crazy
in, like,
villain.
hiding himself. Kimberly is interesting. I mean, we like just from what we know about him, right? He enjoyed the Ishvalan War, which I don't know. Calling it a war is I don't know, but
yeah,
he
right.
enjoyed what he did there, and he was locked up for some reason, right?
Yeah, we don't know why, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and we know that the Ice Alchemist specifically was like, hey, like these motherfuckers in Central, right? Like, which is the central government, is like they made us do these horrible, unspeakable acts, right? So like they all deserve to die, yada yada, whatever. Which is like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's nothing crazy, but it's just sort of, I don't know. It's interesting overall, I think. Just like to.
Yeah, I'll be interested to.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I mean, because it's essentially a guy with like PTSD, right? And being like, hey, like
right.
what the fuck? Like these guys did this to me, right? Like they have to pay,
right?
And then like even people that fought alongside them, right? Who committed like the same atrocious acts, right? I mean, at this point, they're kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, and they're like, well, I guess we got to stop him, you know,
right.
we got to put him down. So it's just sort of, I don't know, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be interested to learn more about the kind of like backstory, historical whatever, of like what led to that war and the implications of it. Like that's I do like that they are laying the groundwork for it without they did the one like long flashback kind of like exposition, but otherwise it's been very story, elemental or environmental.
Yes, yeah. There will be a few more flashbacks, but most of them are either flashbacks of a character telling a story or
right,
just sort of like showing their emotional state and like why they've reached a certain emotional state, which I feel like that's probably going to interest you a lot more as we get later on into the series, where our characters get like a lot more fleshed out. We get more sort of acquainted with like who they are on a couple of levels, right?
sure.
I don't know. I really don't want to spoil anything, but I don't know. Yeah.
Then don't.
I know.
Then stop talking. Yeah. I will say I and don't answer this, but I am anticipating we are going to meet all 7 deadly sins since we've now met 3 of them.
Who knows?
So we'll see. Very, I feel like anime style thing to have a series of villains all fitting a theme like that. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about Sailor Moon is the only other anime I've really like serial anime that I've watched in earnest.
Mm-hmm.
All the way through, and they do that especially like obviously the whole concept of Sailor Moon is that there's one for every planet, but then, you know, a lot of their villains will be like, okay, this season they're all themed around rocks and like types of rocks, or you know. So in this case, like the fact that there are these monsters, it's fun. Yeah. The fact that there's these, the gluttony one is in particular is like
really cool,
freaky. Yeah. I like him. The
I like envy.
And is it lust?
Lust, yeah.
Is it that's the she does something from what is that terrible fucking Wicked City? She does like a shooting, and it's not that original, but she like shoots a spike through someone's head at one point, and I was like, well, that's just like straight up from Wicked City. Like that's like that's like the like out of her fingertip.
Yeah.
You know, like a hot lady that's pointy. Like
and it's so cool how like quickly she can do that too, and just like I don't know. I think her power is like is interesting. I think it's really sick. She's really cool. Envy is super neat too. Just the like his I don't know if they referred to him as Envy, but
shape shifting.
Get to see him. Yeah, shapeshifter.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. They call him Envy.
Yeah.
I watched this. I started watching this subbed, and then I was like, I'm never going to finish this if I have to watch 6 hours of, like, I need to do other things with my time. So I did watch the rest of it dubbed after like episode 3 or 4. So but the sub is like way better voice acting. Like I found the dub to be kind of annoying at times. So but.
Hey, that's the American Voice Acting Association. I don't know. It's not really the greatest, and they hire a lot of the same people to sort of. So like I don't think that the voice acting industry is like huge in Japan, right? But they're all listed as actors, right? They're not like seen as voice actors, so it's like maybe slightly more prestigious. Versus in America, very often if you have an actor who's like being used for their voice, that becomes sort of a selling point, and it becomes like, oh, like, see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a talking dog in this animated movie, and it's like, all right, well, cool,
right?
But I don't know.
And Zendaya is Michi, as the meme goes. Yeah.
What?
You've never heard that?
What?
That meme?
Oh.
Never mind. It's a Vine. It's an old Vine. Yeah, no, I looked up because I was curious about the voices of the English cast, and I didn't recognize any of the names except for Troy Baker, who's credited as Greed, who I think only shows up in the last episode we watched, and then the main guy Vic Mignogna. I know him because he got canceled, so I saw his name all over the internet a few years ago. I feel like right around Gamergate times is when he like got like maybe a little bit later, but anyway.
Yeah.
So. But
I don't know. It's kind of a shame. I don't know. I wish there was better dubbing voice acting in America. There's a couple of series which like have fan dubs, which a lot of people see as better than the original, or maybe not better than the original series, but like just as good as the original dubbing. And in some cases better. Yeah. But a lot of those are like passion projects, and it's hard to find like licensing companies who will really sort of like put in the time to find voice actors who care and who maybe fit the characters pretty well, rather than just saying, hey, great, we've got like child 1, 2, and 3, great, we've got actors for that, we've got like woman 1, 2, and 3, great, we've got actors for that, and just like letting it fly. Did I tell you I was going to make a fan edit of the Mario movie? I've decided to do that. No, what do you include in it? I think I'm going to try and find a way to either remove all of the dialogue or cut the dialogue out. Like I'm going to see if I can find a way to like sub in. Although I wonder if watching it in Japanese is better. Like as like the Japanese. Oh yeah, so you just don't get any or of dubbed the version. Like there's no Charlie Day, there's no Jack Black, like just nothing's. I don't know. Because I was thinking like. I could go through and cut out all of the dialogue, like all the like bits, you know, like not all the dialogue, but like just like the shit that's annoying. Yeah. But then I was like, that would be really ugly and like probably not look very good because there's so much, you know, it would be edited ugly. Yeah. But then Christopher suggested like there's probably a way to isolate the voice track
either through like switching languages or something else, so I might do that and just like try to remove the dialogue ambiently and then see about how it plays if there's no talking.
Yeah,
Like if there's only music and sound effects. I don't know.
If you
We'll
if you
see.
cut some of the more dialogue heavy scenes as well, like scenes where they're just sort of like standing talking to each other, like not much is happening. I feel
Yeah.
like you're not going to miss a ton of like cutting that video, right?
No.
Yeah.
Probably not, but my concern would be more like, are they talking over other scenes while they're doing action?
Right.
Or, because like it is a really short movie, so a lot of it is like the exposition is done during action. Or there's, it might only end up being like a 45-minute movie if I cut it like all the dialogue out. Yeah. But we'll see. I want a tone poem, They just cast the new Zelda movie, like
I saw that
live action one.
Yeah. I didn't hate it. I mean, I'm not particularly like tuned into that at all. I did see some people really mad that Hunter Schafer wasn't chosen. And then
that was never going to happen, unfortunately. As much as I would have liked it to happen, it was never happening. Yeah.
I saw like an interesting argument why that was a good thing, like on the other side. And I was like,
yeah, she would have been exposed to so much fucking transphobia. It would have been crazy. Yeah,
yes, no. Spot on. Yeah. Like at first I was a little disappointed because I was like, oh, like, I mean, she'd be perfect, right?
It would have been cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. Then I read that and I was like, oh yeah, okay, like that makes sense.
Well,
I mean, gamers are kind of
Nintendo was
like horrible people, so yeah. Like, yeah,
they are. Yeah. Well, all it takes is to look at the reaction to like the Last of Us show or like anything like that. People get fucking crazy about that shit, so like of course.
I mean, it's
but
gamers, bro.
Nintendo was never going to do
people in the world.
Yeah.
Anyway.
With the smallest brain size, yeah. Nintendo was never going to make a live action movie centered around existing actors with like well established like reputations and shit. They just would never do that anymore.
Which is good. I don't know. I think that's a good thing.
I do too. I have no problem with it. I don't love that this is going to be a live action movie to begin with, but I'm very skeptical based on the director. I don't know who's writing this movie, but the director, I'm like, oh, I don't know, Chief. So
just
we'll see.
Not known for good movies, or
it's the guy who's done like all the Maze Runner movies and the latest Planet of the Apes movie. So his Planet of the Apes was fine. There's some fun stuff in that, but I'm like, I don't know about taking this to, this level. Like the world building, I guess, could be interesting. There is a good world here, so maybe he's, like the environment might look good. I didn't think Planet of the Apes, this newest one, looked incredible. So, and the Maze Runner movies just seem beige to me. I've never watched them, but they just seem very, very, very bland and CG. And so I'm kind of nervous about the Zelda of it all. But, I don't know.
I did see the first Maze Runner, and it definitely like hints at a bigger world behind it, but like not in a better way than the book does, right? Which, I mean, obviously, right? Like it's very difficult to translate that to screen. And like, but I mean, it's tough to give a vote of confidence just based off of that.
I'm looking at the writer's filmography.
Yeah, not a good face there. What are we reading?
Detective Pikachu. Okay. So
like
he's
Detective
in the
Pikachu.
Nintendo roster.
Yeah.
I did too. I thought it was fine. But then we got Kong Skull Island. Maybe the worst of the new like Universal monster kaiju movies.
Okay.
And then 2 Jurassic World movies.
Oh. Tough sell.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. So we'll see. But anyway.
Let's get back to Brotherhood real quick.
Anyway, yeah, sure. Yeah, sorry, I diverged us.
No, you're fine. So I mean, you mentioned that you like the homunculi, specifically Gluttony, who I love Gluttony. Is like maybe not my favorite character, but
Oh, is he a homunculus? I don't think I knew that.
oh, you did. Okay,
I don't think I
my bad.
realized that.
My bad. Well,
No, you're fine. No, I think that we only were introduced to the name homunculus
oh, in the very
during
latest
the last
episode.
episode.
That's true.
I
Yes.
think so. I don't know for sure though. But I mean, I
No,
can
that
see
makes
why
sense.
they would be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
previously we only ever see them as like they're just sort of the shadow villains. And then Greed is
yeah.
the one
Right. They could
who
be anyone.
yeah, gets to spill the beans and he says, "Hey, I'm a homunculus.
Yeah.
Did you see his tattoo?"
No. If I
Okay.
did, I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine.
Greed.
They
I'm gonna search homunculus greed.
you don't have to. Don't
Googling.
actually do that. Don't actually do that. No.
No,
don't
I'm
do that.
googling.
No, don't
Oh.
do it. Please don't do it.
Okay.
Um
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Whoa.
because you might get spoiled. So yeah, just watch out. Check out his tattoo when you're watching. I think he points it out in like I don't know.
Yeah. I remember there being a tattoo, but I didn't. It just looked like generic anime tattoo
Garbage.
to me.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah,
really
yeah.
stand out.
No, I get that.
Well, just like okay, this is a symbol that means something, but I don't
Yes.
know what it is, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to pay too close of attention.
yeah.
I will say,
Hmm.
as far as the breadcrumbing of it goes, I don't know who the dad's going to be. I'm guessing the dad's going to be someone we've been introduced to at this point, or will be introduced to as a very important character that we then are revealed that the dad is their dad because they did the fucking, poster board or like cork board of all the photos, and like the
Yeah.
dad's photo is conveniently covered by other stuff.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
obviously, like there's going to be a big reveal here, so I don't know.
Yeah, so that's another reason why I was like kind of let down that Netflix had like swapped up the intros because they do show
Oh.
their father in one of them, and I'm like, guys,
Oh,
like,
really?
come on, yeah, and it's one of the later ones. It's like, guys, like, come
Oh.
on, that's a fun little reveal. Like, let's leave it
Yeah.
for later. But yeah,
I'm guessing it's the Führer. That's my. I'm putting
oh,
my.
okay,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I have no idea.
I
but-
mean, the Fuhrer's cool character. We've only seen him twice so far now.
We've seen him a few times, but
Okay.
yeah,
Because he was there with the Ice Alchemist, and we get to see that he's like kind
right.
of got hands, and then same thing
Right.
at the Edward State Alchemist exam. He's got hands.
Right, right.
I don't recall where else we see him.
He fights one other. He fights one other guy, and then we do see him a couple times when,
Just doing like
just in the
political
academy
duties.
or like in the east.
Yeah.
Yeah, the center. Yeah. He's not fighting necessarily, but anyway.
yeah.
But yeah,
The
I don't know.
Führer is really cool.
it's fine.
He's he's one of my favorite characters too. There's so many cool characters in this show. I don't know.
Valid. I see that.
Roy Mustang was always my favorite growing up.
Crazy name. Just
Roy
the craziest fucking name.
Mustang.
When they said it, I was like, you gotta be. That's not real, right? Like I heard that wrong. It was not translated right. But, yeah, good names.
Yeah.
Lots of good names.
Yeah. Hawkeye.
Louis Armstrong.
Stryker. Yeah. Louis
Yeah.
Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Armstrong. Shisho. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but
They're all
yeah,
iconic. Yeah. Their whole group is great.
fun characters.
A lot of fun characters. I know you've only just been introduced to the like alchemy, their magic system, but what do you like make of it so far?
Seems bad. Seems
Seems
like
bad?
they shouldn't do that.
In what? Oh, okay. I was like, in what way? Like, is it?
Well, I do like the intro to the inciting incident where they go into the fucking whatever realm and they see, and Edward sees the, when he's mentioning like I have so much information being put in my head it feels like it's gonna rip open. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm down. I'm interested.
Yeah.
So I do like the idea that there's this like truth that's kind of like Lovecraftian in nature of like,
Mhm.
who this isn't meant for people to know and knowing it will break you. That's an interesting idea to me. The alchemy, I'm not super interested in a magic system. Like in general, I kind of like that Sailor Moon hand waves magic. a lot. Like, I like that every single episode of Sailor Moon ends the same way. I'm just like, cool, this isn't why I'm watching this show. I don't need to waste any time on, like, mechanics that about Monster of the Week. That it's like, oh, can my magic do this? Yeah, whatever, who cares? So, like, I'm less interested in that, but I am interested in the, like, the thought behind it, or like the philosophy behind it. And to me, everything about it seems like we should not be doing alchemy. Alchemy is bad. Alchemy is causing a lot of problems and being used for violent means.
It is.
It will corrupt you. So
no, and you're not, I don't want to say you're not the only person that thinks that, but there are people within this world that believe that. And maybe have good reason.
Yeah, of course.
To.
The one fucking
outside of the acts,
Scar. Right.
Yeah. Well, Scar is interesting because he proclaims how much he hates alchemy, right? But we see him do something, right? He's participating in the magic system in some way, right? Yeah. So sort of
how ironic.
Weird. Yeah. You want society to be better, don't you? You participate in it. So I don't know. I mean, and it sort of begs a kind of interesting question, which I think is maybe made more interesting by the time that it was made, of like, how justified is he in this reaction, right? Because he's really very targeted in his attacks, right? And it's shown that he has
he leaves Alphonse.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's shown he has like a huge amount of like destructive power, but he's specifically only attacking state alchemists, right? Anyone who's sold their life to the state, became, a dog of the state, he's after you. And even, I mean, the fact that he attacks Edward, right, who's like obviously a young kid, has a reputation for like, like, oh, he only joined recently, he's a kid, yada yada. So like, we know that, and Scar knows that, like, Edward himself never did anything to him, but since he's a part of that group, right, he's going to attack him. So I don't know. It's just a little seed, something to build off of there, right? That he's very rightfully, aggrieved at these people and sort of hunting them down. And we also get a couple cool showcases of different people's styles of alchemy, right? Where it seems like most people are very specialized into one specific type.
Yeah, which I totally thought, like, first episode, right, is the ice guy. And so it's like, I was like, okay, we're going to run through all the elements and then some weird elements. Yeah. And then it very quickly diverges from that. And I was like, okay, it feels like there's just a lot of plot happening in every episode now, which is fine. But just, again, I was set up for something completely different on that first episode. It's very different from the rest of them, which I get. Yes. It's just easing you into the world. But I was definitely expecting, we're getting every element. We're getting the fucking waterbenders in here. Like, we're doing it all.
We see the fire. We see Roy Mustang. He's the fire alchemist.
We do see fire.
Right?
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
the
like,
fire
oh,
one.
okay. So like, when are we getting wind and earth, right?
Yeah, and Edward seems to be lightning, right? Like, he seems to use a lot of like lightning-y type stuff.
So that's like that's the alchemic reaction, is like the lightning effect
in general.
Because a lot of times he's not actually like electrocuting people as much as he is just like Like, when he performs alchemy, it creates like a little lightning thing, a little effect. Yeah. Which I think is super cool. I love that. And I know you don't like love the hard mechanics. I think Fullmetal Alchemist does a great job of like introducing you with like a bunch of soft mechanics to begin with, where they're like, oh, like an alchemist has like a cap on their power, essentially, right? And then they're like, oh, but like maybe there's a way around that because we have a philosopher's stone. And that's like,
see, that I don't like.
Transmutation. What, the out?
Yes, I like this homunculus thing, like where it's like, okay, he can't be killed, and he's got, he's like this perfectly whatever, like, can regenerate all the time. And it's like, but then I secretly found your weakness, like that. Just like it's such a low stakes.
So I don't know.
Like, it lowers the stakes so much to know that there's always an out.
Right.
Like,
right. Yes. Very true. Very true.
Reminds me of Dragon Ball in that way.
Oh yeah, because they have senzu
which
beans.
A show I haven't seen.
Yeah, but they do have senzu beans.
I haven't seen that show that much, but like,
it's you can come back to full health whenever. They also have the Dragon Balls. You can literally just come back to life.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
But But yeah, and then I mean, Dragon Ball does the same thing where they start introducing more rules, and they're like, oh, but you can only be brought back once, and like yada yada. But I don't know. So with the rules we've been introduced to so far, I mean, Dr. Marco has revealed, right, that Philosopher's Stones are made of people, right?
Right.
Sort of by telling.
But there'll
Ed to
just be
figure it
some
out.
new thing.
Okay.
Right? There'll just be some new thing that he'll chase, and then it'll be like, well, now we got to go get this, and then it'll be like, but this also has a fatal flaw.
Right.
And then we'll find this other thing. Like, it just.
So they don't do that, thankfully. They focus more on the sort of like moral and like psychological impacts that this has on Edward himself, because he's like, well, obviously, like I still want to bring my mother back, and I want to bring my brother back, right? I want to give him his body back.
But I don't want to kill a person.
But I don't want to
right?
kill a
Or
person
people.
for it. Right,
Yeah.
right. And so we get into some sort of more interesting like moral quandaries about like, well, like, can he use the Philosopher's Stone? Should he? Especially since it's like, well, he's not the one who created it. He's not the one who like originated this wrong in the world. You know, like, because we know Dr. Marco has one. He has, you know, what is essentially like
The juice.
yeah, it's got the juice. He's got like a little bit of uranium or whatever. You know, he's got like plutonium powder.
The substance.
The substance. He has
Yeah.
the substance. And then it comes down to like, okay, how willing is our protagonist to move forward down that path, right? And so far he hasn't really interacted with anyone too evil, right? Like he's still very
It's
shocked
true.
at this. Like he was shocked and repulsed when Nina gets transformed into a chimera by her father. I forget the dude's name. But he's shocked and
Yeah.
repulsed by that. He's just utterly disgusted with Dr. Marco when he finally like cracks the cipher and he figures it out, and he's like, well, I can't fucking do this,
Yeah.
right? Like this is useless to me. Like what am I supposed to do from here?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Sort of interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also like,
I'll be interested to see it
Mm.
escalate. Yeah.
yeah, it drives
Go
home
ahead.
how much of a child he is too. Especially with like, again, like the stark contrast to like him seeing like a baby being born, and he's like, oh my god, like it's a kid, it's
Yeah.
new life, like this is so cool.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
Well, and the recurring like, did they just call me a pipsqueak? I'm not that small.
Yeah,
Like, kind
yeah,
of like you said, tension breaker.
The-
Yeah.
he did one. I think it's the first season where like somebody says something and he says like, how am I supposed to get that? I'm just a little pipsqueak. And then he goes, I called myself a
And he's like, I
pipsqueak!"
can't say that. Yeah.
Yeah, they do well at sort of breaking that up, and that's something that I think the manga does really well. Is that like, because a lot of these are just like one panel blurbs, right? Which
Sure.
I love. I think it's great. The slap from Lieutenant Rose in the hospital when Edward like had run away, and she was like, "Hey, like don't fucking do that again." I think that was a really great way to sort of like break the tension afterwards, where it's like, all right, well, Ed's hurt. You know, Alphonse is in this weird sort of emotional state, right? And
Yeah.
like they almost died at the fifth laboratory, so it's like, well, like why? And then we get like
Right.
like that slap is like an immediate tension break, and then you know we get Armstrong showing up. Did the Fuhrer stop by the hospital bed, or is that might be later?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, that's later then.
No.
Later then. Yeah. He stops by and says hey, but wasn't this occasion? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. They're introducing a lot of stuff.
Yeah. The colonel dying in the phone booth was pretty a highlight, I would say. Like that's pretty
Moss
emotional.
Hughes.
I didn't think they were going to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hughes is one of my favorite characters as well. He's so cool.
oh,
And
that's too bad because he just fucking died.
I know.
He died big time.
I know.
It's
I
over.
always
Yeah.
see that as being way more emotional.
And unless they kill someone,
yeah.
he ain't coming back.
I always see that as being way more emotionally impactful than like the scene with Nina, just because we have like 4 or 5 episodes that
Totally.
we're spending with him.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And-
get to know him. He talks about his kid.
Yeah,
He talks about
we
his
get to meet his
wife, like-
kid. Yeah, and like he shows like
Yeah.
the same like happy-go-lucky nature with Ed and
Yeah.
with Winry, and like the one scene where they're at his daughter's party, and they're like, "How old are you, Eliza?" And she goes, "I'm 2, no, 3." And
3.
they both go,
Yeah.
"Oh, she's so cute." I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. It's funny.
And then
Yeah.
it's so tragic too, because like the last thing that Mustang says to him is like, "Hey, stop fucking calling me. Like I'm tired of hearing about your wife and kid." And it's like
Yeah.
while like he's like we get the cut back and he's like on the ground, like the receiver's hanging off the hook, he's bleeding. Oh man, heartbreaker.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah. Looking forward to more of that.
Yeah, the paneling there, which later in the animation style here, where the way that Lieutenant Rose is holding the gun, it covers up like the left side of her face, so you can't see whether or not she has the mole.
She can't
You don't know
tell.
if it's her or not until
Yeah.
yeah
Oh.
yeah
That's cool.
which is fun. It's a fun little detail that
Yeah.
like in the panels of the manga you can like see it. It's a little bit more clear that like it's like supposed to be framed that way, but I'm really glad that it's translated
Right.
so well, like 1-to-1 with the animation.
Yeah.
Because like I think there's a lot of things that manga artists do like intentionally, right? Where like you have certain framing and
Mhm.
posing, and like you want characters to like move through a scene a certain way, which can be lost in animation. But I mean, Studio Bones
Yeah.
does perfectly. I don't know. It's hard to try to say anything bad about the series, especially like animation quality wise. Just I don't know, they nail it.
Yeah. Cool.
There was something else I wanted to ask you about, and I don't remember exactly what it is now. But
Damn, maybe take better notes.
true. No, I think. Oh, their teacher, Izumi Curtis, and her husband.
Oh, at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like let down by that character a little. I knew that when they were like, "Oh, do you think teacher's going to be hard on us?" I was like, "This is going to be like a lady. Like, of course, it's going to be a lady teacher who's like a hard ass."
Why? Of course.
It just felt like a kind of like we're going to subvert your expectations by making their fighting,
Right.
like they're
and
this like
and having her
badass is going to
husband
be a
open the
woman.
door to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she, so, and then for it to be like, well, she learned how to fucking, I keep saying bloodbending in my head, but not bloodbending, but she did, she tried to transmute to bring her baby back because she fucking miscarried or whatever. I was like, okay. Sure. All right. I know I say, like, I can't really be that mad about it. It's kind of a cliche that I would have liked to see something more interesting with, I guess, but we've only been with this character like for like an episode or two, so
yeah.
better there'll be more characterization, but
I don't know. I just don't see her as a bad character. Even just as like the teacher housewife. I don't see that as too much of a trope either. I just don't like see many other occasions where that's sort of been drawn on. I don't know. I do think like the subverting the expectation, the teacher being like I guess like more feeble than one would expect, right? But she's like certainly not feeble, and she does make that pretty well known.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a type of humor that I don't know. I don't love. It's just annoying. I guess I just find it like the ending, the very end of season of the first part is like, she's fighting greed, and she's like, "I'm a housewife." It's like, okay,
she's just a passing
It's very
housewife.
Marvel.
Yeah. She will say that again in the future too, just so you're aware.
Great, I'll brace myself for it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I love her as a character. I think she's super cool. And it's also, I mean, so like the Elrics seek her out immediately after their mom dies, right? They're like, hey, we like have to find an alchemy teacher. And so she's sort of the mother stand-in, and in the same way that like they lost their mother, and then they commit the taboo of human transmutation, trying to bring her back, right? As she lost her child, and she commits the taboo trying to bring her child back, right? So I don't know, it's funny how their situations kind of mirror each other, and they both found each other, and obviously sort of rely on each other, and as the series goes on, right? But like they're more than willing to come back, and like she, is willing to, put them up in her house, and she still treats them like they're kids because they are, and she's one of the only ones that still treats them like their kids outside of back home with Winry and her grandmother, who are like really like
Right.
the only people in Ed's family, right? Or Ed and Al's family are
Sure.
these people, you know. So it's nice to
Yeah.
see like the mother and father figures that they actually sort of grew up around and spent time with and learned
Yeah,
from.
that's true.
Even though we know that like she taught them for like maybe a year or two, and like immediately afterwards they were
Yeah.
like, great, now we have to get our real mother back, and they like went back
Yeah.
home, and it's like, oh, okay, well, so you're like
Yeah.
you're really not able to move, which makes sense. I mean, they're kids, you know.
Yeah, they're like 15. Yeah, right.
Well, even younger when they
How
when they
old
attempt
is
it.
Edward supposed to be?
I think 15. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But when they attempt human transmutation, they're like what?
Right, they're like 12.
Yeah. I was thinking like 8 or 9. Yeah, but they're like tiny. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. An interesting start. What do you think of it so far, just in general?
I think it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm not super impressed with the animation. The music doesn't really impress me that much. I mean, it's watchable.
Okay.
I haven't like I didn't find it to be a slog the way that it could have been. You know, it wasn't Wicked City. Like
Yeah. I mean, that's good.
But
I was expecting you to
I
find
was
it
just gonna
a
say it's
slog,
paced very
so-
quickly.
It is paced very
Oh,
quickly.
no.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in the beginning.
Goes down easy.
Yeah, the beginning is weird just because like it does drop you in immediately, like you're running at 100,
Yeah.
and then it kind of slows it down a bit, and it's like it goes back and forth for a bit. You're really feathering the gas pedal, and as the series like goes on, you start to ease into a more comfortable rhythm.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know. I'm excited for the next few episodes. I'm excited for the next few episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was ominous, but sure.
No, I'm just excited. No sort of Damocles, nothing else going on. I am just looking forward to what you think of the developments within this next batch. But yeah.
Word.
Do you have anything else to say about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood Season 1?
I don't.
Cool. Well then, I mean, I don't really either. So for Season 2, we will be watching from... Sorry, I'm
14 to 28 or 14 to 27, my guess would be.
Right around there, yeah. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, we'll do 14 to...
Because there's 64 episodes.
Yeah,
so...
and we're doing it across 5?
Yeah, let me look on Netflix and just see. I can tell you what the season is broken out into.
Okay, because on Wikipedia, the second thing is episode 15 to 26, so it might be a little bit off.
Hold the phone, Joan.
So it goes up to, okay, P2, episode 13, so it'd be episode 26, yeah.
Yeah, word.
Great, so we'll watch up to episode 26, Reunion. Awesome.
Word.
Sweet. And then you can end it with Fullmetal Alchemist.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Fullmetal Alchemist, which they cut out of the Netflix thing. There was only one. There was only one bumper that they kept. At least for mine.
No, I saw more than one.
Really? Wow.
I saw several. Yeah, because they had they showed a lot of the character, like the character cards.
Yeah.
They would show,
yeah.
And they'd be like.
And you're watching on Netflix? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention there. Oh well. Because
it's a shame that the Netflix CEO doesn't have like a memorable name, like, or I don't know who the CEO of Netflix is, so I can't be like, oh, it's Zuckerberg. He's got your fucking number, or whatever. So.
Because I was literally like, man, I'm kind of disappointed. I haven't seen like the title cards like I'm used to. And then like when I thought that, I like watched a title card pop up, and I was like, all right, I'm a fucking idiot. Like they're still playing, but
yeah, maybe this is a skill issue.
Yeah,
actually.
I've just phased them out of my mind. They're completely periphery to me. That could just happen in my normal day to day. Somebody can walk up to me and go, Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist. And I'm just nothing.
We should get Priya on one of these episodes.
I'm down for that.
I bet Priya would talk about yeah.
Has Priya seen
I would imagine. Priya's a fucking weeb. So Priya's probably seen it, read it, seen it twice.
I'll discuss it with Priya. It'd be great to have them on for the last stretch. That'd be really cool.
Okay.
That'd be really, really fun. Yeah. Because then also we can just like talk about
Yeah,
the whole
because-
series, and like there's no way that you get spoiled on anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you'd also be hyped from
would
like
also
the
be
last
good-
stretch. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'd be, someone else would be carrying this fucking episode, since I'm not doing it, so.
True. God knows I'm not either.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of cool ideas being introduced, and I'm glad that you like certain parts of it and are excited for like the body horror aspects and some more of it to be better developed. So yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Word up, brother.
Cool. All right.
Land this plane.
All right. I mean that's it from me. Take it easy, watchers. We don't have any music this episode.
Bye.
Bye.